Good evening. This is Life's Beautiful Diamond. Diamond Speaks, Louise Michael, here on another podcast. And it is Monday, April 11th. I am back with another episode just for you. So, on today's Diamond Speaks, as I have always said, we speak about some of everything: life, love, relationships, health, beauty, anything, you name it. You can write into me and I can talk about whatever it is that you want to talk about and share. My listeners can also share what they think about what you write in about. So today, on this episode, I have a writer who has written in about some issues I would like to talk about today. For this springtime, Diamond. Jumping back into the dating scene, it has been very challenging because it seems that these days the men want the women to do everything. They want us to call them all the time first, text them first all the time. They want us to know where we want to go, what we want to eat all the time. And this could be very tiring, like another job that I'm not getting paid for. And if I decide to put myself in a position of intimacy, of giving myself away, they have ID issues. Hopefully you all know what that is. Or is it ED? I think she said that wrong, but we're just gonna go with ED. Okay, it's ED, honey. ED issues. Okay, and she wants to know, can you give me advice? And your listeners out there. Well, in my circle, we spoke about this the other day. And yes, the dating scene today can be very challenging. It can be difficult. What we have to realize as women, as we have to set a standard of what we want. Don't put yourself out there so soon to give yourself away. You have to know what type of person you're dealing with. Get to know him more, talk to him, and say, listen, I don't want to be the one calling all the time. I don't want to be the one texting all the time. Granted, the person that you are talking to, you do want to get to know. But if you feel like you're doing all of the work, then it's probably best that you might want to end that, because you don't want to be the one that later on down the line, you guys end up getting married and now you feel like you're the one that's the head of the relationship. And that is a whole nother podcast, ladies and gentlemen. That is a whole nother podcast. How the men want the woman to do everything, and now you have married her, and now she feels like she's gonna be leading, and she wears the pants in the relationship because you have put her in the position to lead. She's doing everything. She's paying all the bills. She's cooking all the food. She's cleaning up everything. She's making all of the decisions. She's doing everything, and this is because this is how you set it up. And so then you want to fuss and complain, but that's for another time. So, young lady, if this is not something that you want, you need to bow out gracefully and try to deal with something that suits you better. Someone that's going to communicate more with you. Someone who suits you better. You do want someone who is going to level up with you, who's going to call you like you call them. Because I don't want to be in a relationship with someone who's not going to call. I'm not doing it. You want me? Call me more. And this is Louise speaking. Call me more. Reach out to me more if you want to be with me. I'm not going to be with any man who is a hit or miss. You want to reach out every once in a blue and you feel like I'm supposed to stay around when you hit me up. And this is what this young lady is talking about. There are so many women out here dealing with this. The men just hit them up when they feel like it and feel like that they're supposed to stay around. The communication is bad, and I don't know where you guys get this from, but that's not what a woman wants. A woman wants to be sought after, not just once a month, not just every other week. You want us, come after us. It's time to get back to courting. It's time to get back to the real dating. Know what our mind is. Know what's in our heart, not just what's in our pants. That comes later, okay? You know, we don't want to just be making all the phone calls, and if you don't get a phone call from us, then stop, you know? A lot of people go through that. Yeah, we went on one date. I called him to see how he was doing. And he was like, yes, I'm good. And I was like, okay. And then he never called back. And then, you know, he must have been waiting for me to call. Listen, a lot of that is going on. If you want someone, show them that you want to be in a relationship with them. And yes, there are so many guys out there with erectile dysfunction. They do not want to talk about it because they're embarrassed. But that is for another show. There's going to be a part 2 to this. So if anyone have any questions, please feel free to write in, send me your letters so that I can read them. Put your story out on the show. I'm going to be talking about a lot of things in this season, and I hope you enjoy the show. Diamond speaks, and she's going to speak about a lot of things, and I am not going to be inappropriate about anything because that's not what my show is about. I'm going to make it fun and educational and bring you lots of great content, okay? I love you. Stay tuned, and you know, join me next time. Bye-bye.